Hello everyone. Okay, so today we say goodbye to Latin Heritage Month, but that doesn't mean we stop celebrating who we are. And if you have not taken some time to read my blog from the end of September, it's called the Awaken Latina, and I also wrote it in Spanish for my Hispanic community. So yeah, I talk about a few things in that. I talk about so Bad Bunny's album really dropped this Friday. I don't know about you, but I've been listening to it. So I talk about why I'm his fan. I talk about how he plays a major part in the Latin community and with identity and just representing us. I talk about what it's been for me growing up as an American citizen and with immigrant parents and siblings, and what did that look like, being first generation college graduate and stepping into, white spaces, corporate America, how that was, such an important part of my deassociation and then my reconnection to my identity as a Latina. And then when we talk about, identity, and this is something that I talk about, right? When we talk about identity and we talk about identification and just being, when I talk about being represented, and representation matters so much, and at the same time it does not matter, right? It's like I think about representation matters because it is an inspiration, right? When you see someone that looks like you, when you hear someone that looks like you, you're like, wow, and you see them in a platform that perhaps you want to be embodying that platform, you realize that you have the ability to do that. And for us immigrants, for all immigrants of the United States, and we all really are immigrants, right? And so it's like, for us to be able to identify with who we are is the most important part for ourselves, because when we can do that for ourselves, then we can create space for other people. There is a saying in the yoga philosophy that is practiced that we are all one, and so we're all love. And it's like, that's true. And I found myself saying that at times in my classes, but it hit me one time where I was like, I can't say that I'm all one, and I can't say that I'm all love when I don't know what that even means for me yet, because yoga is also a space that was predominantly white when I started yoga. And even now when I'm experiencing moving up north again, like back in New Jersey, I feel like so many, well, at least the studios that I still go to are still predominantly white. And it's like, yoga is not for the whites. There's not sports or things that we do that is just for white people. They might be the ones that have the privilege to be able to pay for it, right? But they're not just for them. And especially yoga, there's so many benefits to it, but there's something that we say is that we're all one and we're all love. And I remember one time centering my class around that. I can't even preach that if I don't even know what that means for myself, if I'm not creating love for myself, if I don't know what my identity is and how I represent this space. It's like, then again, I'm deassociating myself from like my true self, like that I am Latina, that I do have a different way of speaking, a different way of saying things, a different way of preparing classes. And that's what makes me unique. That's what makes it different of me stepping into yoga studios and being myself. And so once I was able to continue to tap into that more and stop deassociating myself, trying to fit into rooms that were not fitting me. And then it's like, again, why are we trying to fit into spaces that don't fit us, that they're too small for us? So it's like, then take up your space, right? Use your voice, do what it is that you do in a respectful manner. And the more that you do that for yourself, the more that you empower yourself through getting to know yourself, the more you will create space for oneness, and the more you will see that we are one, and the more that you will create space for others to be themselves and also to embrace who they are, even if you have different views of life and different traditions and different religion. So my piece is on that.